my life is my own. I resign.
Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Today, got a letter from our friends, the BBC, of course. You know, it came in a ordinary white letter, which I didn't think it was from the BBC. But as you know, when you get a letter from the BBC wanting you to pay for a license, it's at the back on the letter. It's just got the Darlington address, so I knew right away it was the letter from my friends. And of course, this is letter number 6. This is number 6 that has come today, and I didn't have time to really go through too much detail. I did a short message about it on my channel, but today, obviously, I'm going to go through with it with more depth about it, because it's a different letter. It's a different sort of letter, which is, if I show it you on the side there, I put it on the side. It's actually in two halves, because the letter is an ordinary letter. I've done all my details. It's an ordinary letter like that, you know, just a simple. But you can cut it in half, and you cut it in half, and obviously, for what reason? That's the bottom part is for what you've got to do, and it basically is saying that you've got to, you know, what you must do and what you mustn't do. Of course, whatever they say, it doesn't really matter to say that you've got to do. But the interesting thing in the first part of the paragraph is they've actually put my sentence, not my sentence, in a sentence, actually typed my address, not my name, because it's still saying on the top the legal occupier. It's just a standard letter signed by Mr. Scott Robinson. Is it Scott Robinson? Yes. Regional manager. Now, Scott, if you're trying to keep sending me these, it's the 6th one. Number 6. I'm not a number. I'm a free man, as number 6 used to say. I'm not a number. I'm a free man. I'm not a number. And of course, they give you a reference number so that when you ring them up, if you want to pay for license, you get a reference number. But of course, I don't need to give them a reference number, because I'm not watching, I'm not paying. It's that simple, folks. It's just that simple. So this is letter number 6. Letter number 6. Basically, number 6 letter. And of course, this has been since April now. Since I got my first one. So in the last 6 months, like I say, it's usually one a month. Now, the cost of these letters is to the BBC and everything else is around £150 million a year. Plus, they're losing £85 million a year by 500,000 people not paying. So, in some respects, you don't know the true actual details that how much money they're losing. But of course, you can just go round figures. They're saying it's just a waste of money in some respects. And of course, when this charter comes out in the year 2027, this kind of thing, how they are spending money like this, must be looked into. If the Labour Party they're in now, they will say, well, the public are paying, the licence fee are paying for people collecting it. You know, you're paying, if you're a licence payer, I'm not a licence payer, but it's your money in that licence fee was paying Capita. They've got a contract for 5 years till 2027. They've got £500 million, 500 million, £500 million, that's 100 million a year. So with that, it's nearly, the BBC are losing over 200 million pound is costing them in lost revenue, because they're paying for this election, sending people out to your door and collecting by sending the letters of harassment. And they've sent 6 out now. And, you know, it's absolutely ridiculous, folks, why they're sending 6 letters out each month, just a matter of trying to make you pay. Now, some time ago, I did tell them by ringing them 2 years ago, well, I've only got 6 months left on my negotiations that I did, 6 months left on my letter, confirmation letter I got from them. And of course, since April, they've sent me these letters all these letters have been sent for me from April now, and you know, that's the letter you keep getting, same kind of thing all the time. Maybe a mate says Chili John, it's a different one, you know, different wording, but not so much red letters and stuff like that. I've not got a red letter yet, which is the final warning. Now probably next month, after the 7th letter, it could be a red letter. I haven't got to that stage yet. So if anybody's watching my channel and understands to become license free legally, it doesn't matter what they keep sending you. They're just wasting license payers' money when it could be spent on programs or getting a wage rise for Gary Lineker, of course, because obviously he needs the money. So, you know, they're spending money unnecessarily by not having a subscription channel or way to pay like most other channels like Prime, you know, Amazon Prime, Netflix. I think you can even get TVX on subscription, but paying each month, stuff like that, so you don't get adverts. So that's what they have to do, but they just won't do it because they've got BBC Studios and they got the license payers' money, which they want to pool together so they get more money to waste on wages. So this is the number 6 letter, like I told you, and you're just a number to them that they can get money from you to pay for their whatever they want to call it, you know, license tax, whatever it is. It's a tax really on every household. And of course, today they're having a vote in Parliament on this. For me, you know, I'm over 65 now, I get a pension, and of course they're debating today on this tax for you know, your winter fuel allowance. And many years ago, you know, the Labour Party brought in a policy where you could get over, when you're 75, you don't pay for a TV license anymore, and it was an allowance, which you say at them days it was probably 130, 140 pound a year. The license fee was about 140 when they brought it in, and of course it's gone up and gone up and up to nearly get on for 170, maybe be £200 shortly next year. It'll go up again. It has been restricted by the government over the last few years, but as I said, it should be around £200. But the £200 is a bit false because you're paying on a direct debit £6 a week. You're paying up front. Now, if you cancel your license, you should get a refund, because you're always 6 months in advance. So you get 6 months back pay from them when you cancel your license. So you will get some money back from them. Thanks for all your comments and your likes and your messages, and you know, that's what it's about. You know, people together, like the Royal Mail. Like I said in my situation, I was saying to you, the Royal Mail became a situation where everybody got together, who was in the same boat. Mr. Bates, you know, he got a group of people together who were getting victimised by the Royal Mail, and that was resolved by people getting together. And of course, in some respects, it needs a lot of people togetherness, like on my channel here. Everybody who knows the situation, what you have to do to stop these letters coming. Well, to stop them coming, you can either ring up if you want, if you wish to. I've tried that, but it probably doesn't work anymore. A few times they've had the number and they've changed the number, give out numbers, and some of my people on here on my channel said it's the wrong number, stuff like this. And so they can change the number, and of course the website, you can do it by the website, but if you cancel by your website, you're going to leave yourself open for tracking on your IP address. So I wouldn't do it if I were you. If I was you, I wouldn't do it. But anyway, so really, you can ring up, just do a public phone box or something, or somebody's phone that you can't trace you, that kind of stuff. Anyway, like I say, if you do it that way, you know, it's probably safer that way, in my respect. It's easier to get sort of, you know, yeah, and you know, they can't trace you if you do it that way by another phone. that's not using it. You know, if you're going to use the phone, they'll try and track you if they can. If it's you know, I wouldn't trust them at all what they do in tracking devices, especially if you're going on the iPlayer. If you're going to go on the iPlayer and log in and watch the iPlayer, and you look into sort of get tracked, get traced, and you could get fined then if you get the iPlayer. But anyway, folks, thanks again for all the new people who subscribe to the channel. It's means a lot. I'm getting up to well, you know, some weeks is good, some weeks are bad. You know, on YouTube, sometimes you make the videos and they appeal to people, and of course, I'm trying to give the information here for you. It's a documentation of what's happening to me personally, so you can all see it. And you know, I mean, obviously, what happens to me happens to many other people, but it's all documented here for you, so that if you're thinking about becoming license free, you know what to do. And I'm not being arrested. I'm not going to jail. I've not got a £1,000 fine because I know what to say and what to do. Now, you know, we'll see what happens over the next few months. Anyway, like I say, thanks again. Give us a thumbs up, like, share it with anybody else. You're welcome to pass on the details, like I say, because the details are very simple. You're not watching, you're not paying, and that's it. There's nothing else I can say really. That I haven't said before on many occasions, you know. And of course, as I said before, they will try and intimidate you, and it could be like as used as harassment. You'd have to see the black belt barrister. He says that, you know, these letters really are a harassment really after 3 or 4 letters, you know. Of course it's number 6, and I'll keep a log of, well, I have logged them down, and the last 6 months, so we'll see what happens and see where. I mean, I could go technically into a civil action against them myself, but that costs £200 or £300 easily, and it, you know, it will stop the letters, but of course, you know, that's costing me money. Anyway, like I say, folks, thanks again. Give us a thumbs up. Hope you liked the video. Try and get some more done shortly in the studio, and like I say, look forward to doing that. And of course, like I say, we'll see what happens over the next few months. It's not going to change overnight with the BBC. They're not going to change. They're going to keep plodding on. So you, the public, it's you, the public, who can make the difference, like 500,000 other people have done by not paying. And that's the only way they'll listen. And eventually, when they've lost £100 million a year, maybe £150 million a year, but it's your money, you see. They couldn't care how much money they use, or until it gets a certain amount that's not coming in. When millions stop paying, 2 or 3 million people a year, they will, you know, when they get 300 or 400 million loss of revenue, then the writing's on the wall. They'll have to change. But as I say, that's in the future. Anyway, folks, thanks again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
What do you want? What do you want? Information. Information. We want information. Information. What do you want? What do you want? Information. Information. We want information. Information.